Hey everybody, it's Smash Bro! Welcome back to Sonic Colors after I don't know how many months it's been since I've last played this game. Since the LP finished, Sonic Colors Ultimate finally released and had a very tumultuous period where it was kinda buggy. So I wanted to let all of its kinks get ironed out before we return to this bonus video. Because quite frankly, there was a lot of glitches in the preliminary release of the game that I felt like it was too uncomfortable to make a video with, especially with a lot of epileptic seizure warnings. So I decided to wait out until the game was fixed to a point where I felt comfortable enough talking about it with nothing else going for it. And now we're here. Ultimate adds a few new things, and I'm going to show off quite a few of them alongside something that I neglected back when I first played Colors initially. So just sit back and relax as I bring you through the new additions in Sonic Colors Ultimate. Alright, the first thing is when we finally go to the options satellite, we have a lot of new stuff for us. This game has customization for shoes, gloves, and our speed boost, alongside a player profile. We can see records for every act, we've got videos, and we have achievements, alongside player progression and stats. What I want to go is in Supersonic. Because I didn't really fully go over Supersonic, I just said all of his main mechanics that he had, like if you were to play Sonic 2, but I didn't go through all of them, especially for Sonic Colors. So we're going to go to that in a minute. But first, let's go back to Tropical Resort Act 1 and just kind of see how the game is since its heyday back on Wii. And the first thing you'll notice is excessively long loading times, at least on the Switch release. Kind of unfortunate, especially since the Wii version was way faster loading. But I will say the game did still get quite a significant glow up. The game has better lighting, better textures at the very least. I still think the game would have worked better if it was just like an emulate solution like they did a la like Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Because unfortunately the game did kind of get outsourced to another game development company, and they for some reason had to force an engine swap, and I don't know why they did that. But the game's fine now, so if you're worried about picking it up, you can pick it up now knowing that most of its problems are ironed out, at least. I'm sure there's still problems, but whatever problems they do have aren't as noticeable, so at least now it feels like what Sonic Colors should have been the whole time. Anyway, you'll notice every time we're picking up Wisp, we can't pick them up. This is one of the things I neglected when I was first talking about Supersonic. And when we get enough rings, we'll talk about them. Grab a few more. Alright, I think it's an ample amount of them. Let's show Supersonic. Like I said previously, he's super fast, nigh indestructible, but at the cost of 1 ring per second. You get unlimited boost, and also, because you're in Supersonic, you can't actually pick up Wisps. That's one thing I feel like I neglected to mention back when we were first talking about it. That was the last thing I want to talk about Sonic Colors, so we'll ride this out and go to our next topic. Or at least we will once we move it upwards. Take it away, future me! The next thing will take us to Sweet Mountain, and you might have seen it alongside the extra Wisps. There's a new Wisp that we have to show off. Unfortunately, it's a little ways into the level, so bear with me while I make it there. But, since it's been a long time, it does give us time to catch up, so how you've all been? I've been alright. Since the time span between the Zelda LP coming out, I finished my 5th semester of college, which means I graduate in 1 more semester, so that's neat. It's going to be a really tough one because I have a video game to make in the next semester. But I feel confident in my skills now to know that we'll probably be okay. It's been super interesting, just learning all the ins and outs of game development, and I will say I find myself more, I guess, preferable to be within a managerial role and or in a producing role more than, like, just being a basic level grunt. We did make one game previously for the college, and I was the team lead on that, so I really liked being in that position. Not so much being in a position of power, but it felt like there was a lot I was learning because I was made a leader. So to me personally, it was a good learning experience. Also, I'm pretty sure only made leader because no one else decided that they want to be a leader that semester for some reason. So there was that. I lean more towards artist than I do programmer because, at least from like a programming standpoint, it's that I can program, it's just that it takes me way longer to program than I think an employer would prefer. And I prefer doing like 3D modeling, I like doing environment design, I like doing level design, so that's the kind of stuff I want to be doing. And I feel like I excel out. Because I got like a really good mark in like game theory and game design, so that's kind of where I want to be in the field of game development. Anyway, Jade Ghost. You're essentially a ghost, you can move in between certain objects. Anytime you defeat an enemy, you get more of your meter back. But this level isn't really a good place to show off its abilities. It's just a random addition that came from Team Sonic Racing, of all things. I'm not really sure what it adds to the gameplay, but they changed up a few levels and how you get a few red rings, so it does change up the game a little bit, but not really in a very impactful way. I'm not really sure why they did that. But yeah, you bugger. Oh well. So yeah, that's the new power-up. That's everything I want to say about, like, Supersonic and, like, the Jade Wisp. There wasn't really much to them. They remixed the music, too, and I'm very hit or miss on the music, personally. It's not that I think the remixes are bad. I just don't think the remixes fit the tone of Sonic Colors at all, personally. There's only really a few select songs I think are really fitting. Sweet Mountain Act 1, or just Sweet Mountain in general, I feel made the transition really well. And Starlight Carnival really, like, worked. Every other remix of, like, every other zone, I don't like. And even the final boss music, I feel, suffers as a result. Which is unfortunate, but it's not like the songs are bad. I just don't think they're fitting. But, again, the remixes they did for Starlight Carnival, very good, and they slap real hard. That is one thing I'll give them. Anyway, on to one more, and I guess it's the last big thing they added, is something called Rival Rush Mode, and I don't like it. Typically, most Sonic games are known for time trials and all that, and part of me thinks this is one of their ways of doing it. Here's the problem, though. Sonic Colors is not necessarily designed as a speedrunning game. It's more of a platformer akin to Mario at heart, and ends up more using speed as kind of more of a reward for being able to do platforming. I don't particularly find a lot of ways where the game can really shortcut you into, like, going through levels faster, especially when the game kind of really tries to nudge you in the direction of using wisps. Like, yes, wisps do help make levels go faster, but I often find they're used more for tricky platforming. So why they make you use, or why they made it more of a time trial and race thing is beyond me. It's not like it isn't doable, because I feel like if you're adding something into a game, it means it can be done. But to me, it just felt counterintuitive. It didn't really feel fun at all. Like, it just felt like just something they added just because they felt the need to add something else. And already, like, Metal Sonic is very far in front, and we're not gonna get to him in time. So, Why they did this is beyond me. And I hate to say that we're ending this Let's Play on a very sour note, but there really isn't much to the Ultimate version. But I'm not mad it exists, per se. I've always wanted a portable Sonic Colors, and, like, even when I was a kid, you know, I always thought, oh, what if they ported Sonic Colors to the 3DS and all that, because this came out at the same time that the 3DS was launching. Like, it came out a few months before the 3DS launch. So I was like, oh, maybe they'll do a port. They didn't. They made Generations of 3DS, and it wasn't the worst. But, yeah, it only took them 11 years to accomplish a dream of mine. So, yeah, that was the thing. I'd still recommend Colors because it's still a good game, it's just that all of its Ultimate Editions I felt really didn't stack up. But I'd still recommend Colors regardless, and I'm glad it's made more available to more people. Lastly, on one final note, I neglected Egg Shuttle. I made a light reference to it, and it's still the same kind of thing. You go through every single stage in the game, all in one sitting, to get the best possible time, and I feel like this is a better time trial mode than what Rival Rush is. And thankfully, because Switch Online is a thing, it means leaderboards are back up, so you don't gotta worry about that. Anyway, that has been Sonic Colors and my Let's Play of Colors. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.